To celebrate the new Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection coming to the Switch, I've decided to go back and re-release edited versions of my Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Galaxy review. With the footage of what you're seeing now is the version that you're going to get with the All-Stars collection. First, it's going to be Mario 64, because that's what you clicked on, obviously. Then a review of Super Mario Sunshine. After that, it will be an edited version of my Super Mario Galaxy review, with most of the Christmas stuff cut out. But I'm still keeping the 7 problems intact. Then finally, my review of this collection itself. Both of these edited re-releases have my kids in it. So remember at the time of my Mario 64 review, my oldest was 12. So he's gonna sound a bit young. So with that said, this is the Wiiviewer
and the LilWiiviewer.
And we're gonna review
Super Mario 64
for the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection, originally recorded for the Virtual Console. Man, is this a review I never thought I'd ever do. This is what I'd call a review people want to see just to hear me praise something they love. Because no one's going to say Mario 64 is terrible. Because it's not. It still holds up to today.
It's a very good game, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. You should buy it now. So we're just going to spend the next few minutes gushing on it, alright? This was the second game that you've ever played. You were 3 years old, I believe.
Yeah, I think.
You just finished Yoshi's Story, and I thought it'd be fun to give you a new game that you can roam around the areas and have fun at your own pace. And I thought of Mario 64. And that's when you first got to meet Mario, and you loved it.
I guess I really like Nintendo.
I guess you've grown up to be a Nintendo fanboy, just like me.
Well, I'll say.
Alright, let's talk about the graphics. Now let's put this in perspective here. We're talking about graphics at the time, and Mario 64 was revolutionary. I remember everybody buying an N64 bought Mario 64. Well, they didn't have much of a choice. It was that and like Pilot Wings. I mean, literally, when you went to Blockbuster to rent, Blockbuster is a rental store where you could rent videos. I actually rented the N64 to try it out. They let you rent entire systems. It was like this big crate that you'd pick up. Anyways, Mario 64 looked fantastic to me. I couldn't believe it. I came off a generation of 2D platformers, and I never thought Mario would work in a 3D environment. In fact, I never thought any game would work in a 3D environment after playing Bubsy. Nowadays, sure, it looks blocky. At the time, it looked fantastic. Now, the graphics have been improved for this All-Stars version. It would have been nice if everything's in widescreen, but I'm okay with this aspect ratio. But it was nice to see they actually did try and make things a little bit prettier. But, I mean, you can only go so far. What did you think of the controls and the camera?
The controls are just fine, and they control like they would today. And the camera, I don't see it interfering because it's normally a few feet behind you in the air, and you're not really in tight corners where that's gonna like look like you're gonna be looking through a wall or something where you can't see a thing. You're more of in an open space, so the camera doesn't really have much of an interference with other objects and stuff.
It was the first generation of 3D games, so they didn't know how the camera would work with the gameplay. Was definitely a hindrance at times. So let's talk about the actual gameplay itself. You're collecting stars throughout the levels, and you're jumping into paintings to go into the levels. I thought that was very clever.
It was, cause who would think jump into a painting another dimension?
And sometimes there's different ways to jump into the paintings, or the painting is hidden, or sometimes it's not even a painting at all. It's just like a wall. It's all these secrets that you had to figure out. What I really liked was that there was an overworld in the levels you're jumping into. Then there's an individual objective tailor-made to that level point that you're at. What'd you think of that basic setup?
I like it because, one, you get to explore this free world and actually get used to it. And two, you're not on a linear path and follow the star. You could get a star that doesn't even belong to this mission.
That's right. I just love the gameplay, and they definitely expanded on it in the future versions like Sunshine and Mario Galaxy.
But I think Mario 64 does it best with non-linear gameplay.
That's true, because in Mario Galaxy, you're basically tied down to what they want you to get.
And that's what I like, more of a free roam game. There are 3 power-ups in this game which give you the ability to 1, fly, 2, turn invisible and go through special walls, and 3, turn metal where you can walk underwater without having to swim and be pretty much invincible to most damage. And you can also go through toxic gas.
So what do you think of those power-ups? Did they really enhance the gameplay, or was it just kind of gimmicky?
They're more of out there. That's It's one of the things where you're not going to need it most of the time. It's more of a luxury in a game like this because you can take more than one path through a mission.
There was really no levels in this title that I found tedious or boring.
And some of them were kind of clever, like the second ocean world within the game. To unlock the second Bowser stage, you need to go in there and play the first level.
We've been talking about Mario 64 enough. Everybody knows we're going to say to buy it, right?
Yeah.
There's no secret there. Up next is my brand new review of Super Mario Sunshine, where I try to enjoy a game with great level designs, but kind of a bad gimmick. I hope you check it out. Thanks for watching.